Hiya, how you doing? I'm Whimsery, and today we're going to be watching Contact. Why? Because it was the poll winner for March, and also because people say it's really good. I think it involves space, so maybe we'll get some aliens. It's been so long since we watched something about aliens. So what I know about this movie is that it has Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey, because I looked at the cast list. I cheated. Okay. Anyway, it's a 2.5 hour long movie, so let's get to it. Is it supposed to be quiet? Oh, that scared me. That's what my brain sounds like. It's horrible. What is this? Please, no jump scares. I'd appreciate that. Wow.
ZQ, this is W9GFO. Is anybody out there?
Small moves, Ellie.
Pensacola, where's Pensacola?
I'll give you a hint. Orange juice.
How's the weather down there in Florida?
Oh.
That's farthest yet.
Oh, I like that house. It's a nice house.
We talk to Jupiter? Or what's the one after that?
I'll give you a hint. Hula hoops.
Saturn. Could we talk to Saturn?
A smart kid.
Could we talk to Mom?
Oh.
I don't think even the biggest radio could reach that far.
Pensacola.
That is a really good picture. Good job. Smart kid. Jeez.
Think there's people on other planets?
If it is just us, seems like an awful waste of space.
Oh, that's so nice.
I'm gonna need a bigger antenna.
Oh.
What do you think, Dr. Arroway? Isn't she a beauty? Dr. Clark said you wouldn't be able to wait. Your first shift is up tonight.
Oh, so pretty. Gosh. I love the way everything looks. Everything just looks so nice.
Go back. Try back a little bit. You had something there.
I know him.
I think it's great that you listen. Most people don't do that anymore.
Ellie.
Ken Clark. Drumlin. How'd you like him? About what I'd expect after what he had to say about you. You are brilliant, driven, major pain in the ass.
Those were the highlights.
And Dr. Arroway here will be spending her time listening for,
Little green men.
Arecibo, right?
Is it show?
Palmer Jobs.
What are you writing?
Nouns, adverbs, adjective here and there. I'm a writer. I'm writing a book. Looking for this guy, David Drumlin. Take it you know him?
Mm-hmm.
Compass. For you, Al.
Might save your life someday.
Will you have dinner with me tonight?
I don't make a very good research subject.
No quotes. Scott's on. Just a good meal, good company.
I gotta go.
Oh, that's not an answer.
But Drummond's coming in this Tuesday.
She's kind of awkward.
how is that new office?
Oh, I'm still settling in, Ellie. Still waiting for E.T. to call.
Asshole.
Yeah.
Father Joss?
Real quick, I know him. Is he on Alien?
You're a priest?
Couldn't live with the whole celibacy thing. You could call me a man of the cloth without the cloth.
Oh, jeez.
Want to get out of here?
He is just as I suspected.
When did you know you wanted to be an astronomer?
When I was about 8 years old.
Dad, what's that
That's planet Venus.
400 billion stars out there, just in our galaxy.
Hmm.
Just one out of a million of those had intelligent life. Millions of civilizations out there.
Well, if there wasn't, it'd be an awful waste of space.
Amen.
That's what the dad said.
I've been to Sunday school a few times.
Uh-huh.
I kept asking all these really annoying questions. He called my dad and they asked to keep me home from now on.
Oh.
Is it this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to him?
You're close to him, aren't you?
Yeah, I was. He died when I was 9 years old.
How can I reach you?
Just leave your number. I'll call you.
Oh, she just ran out of there. I don't know if it's because he talked about her parents or what.
Dad! There's another one! Come on, hurry up, Dad! Dad?
It's gonna be sad. Oh no. Oh.
I'll get the medicine.
Chest pain, it said. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Who's gonna take care of you?
Sometimes we just have to accept it as God's will.
Should have kept some medicine in the downstairs bathroom.
Oh,
Then I could have gotten to it sooner.
no. Oh my gosh, she feels guilty. That's so sad. You didn't do it. Oh my gosh.
This is W9GFO. Can you copy?
Why is no one following her?
Dad, this is Ellie. Come back.
Why is she alone?
Are you there? Dad, this is Ellie.
That hits me in the sad bone. You poor thing.
We'd make a pretty good team. We could put together a kick-ass ad hoc city program. Drumlin pulled the plug. We're homeless.
Oh no.
Is it true? Promising a scientist to be wasting your gifts, and you're wasting your time, and your career will be over before it's begun.
It's my life!
No.
Hey, Kent, screw Drumlin. All right, we're gonna raise the money ourselves. We're going to New Mexico.
Okay.
Try not to be too confrontational.
Confrontational? Me? What do you mean?
Wow. I bet she's really messed up though from her childhood. That is so sad.
All we really need is the money.
We must confess that your proposal seems less like science and more like science fiction.
Want to hear something really nutty? Heard of a couple guys that want to build something called an airplane. A mission to Mars. Science fiction, right? The truth is, you're my last chance. I'm sorry I wasted your time.
Doctor, you have your money.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, 40 years later? Wow. Keep jumping around here. The middle of nowhere. Ooh.
We're a joke to them. They want us out. We've got 3 months until the paperwork goes through. We lost. It's over.
If I have to go it alone, I'll go it alone. I've done it before.
Gosh, you know, some people hate this, like, you know, stretch of endless land, the stars, stuff like that. Some people really don't like that. I am some people. This makes me feel weird. When you see that the world is so big, I hate it.
Palmer Joss. He's become a recent fixture at the White House. His latest book is currently #1.
Right ascension, 18 hours, 36 minutes.
Hello.
We gotta be sure about this.
4 are online, the rest are tracking in.
Look, forget about it and hold the cue. Stay on it, fish. Don't let it get away.
I got it, I'm patched in.
All right, let me hear it.
Sounds kind of scary.
Are we recording?
Never stopped.
How's the spine tonight, guys?
Come on.
Use a lot of space lingo.
Pick it up on my...
All right, it's restarting. 2, 3, 5, 7. Those are all prime numbers.
Let alone logical civilization.
All right, do you have a source location yet?
Vega.
Who are we gonna call now?
Everybody.
Oh, everybody.
Rumors are flying. The implications extraordinary.
I want all these people out of here.
He's back.
What you're hearing is the signal from the Rotana
Let's
Ray
get
in Russia.
decryption people in here.
The source of the signal is so sophisticated.
Why don't they just speak English?
Maybe because 70% of the planet speaks other languages. Mathematics is the only truly universal language. Who are you?
Ellie, Michael Kitts, National Security Advisor.
First, could you ask the gentleman with the firearms to wait outside? Civilian facility.
Who are all these people?
I have no idea. You can't possibly think that this kind of message would intend it just for Americans.
I'm saying you might have consulted us.
Dr. Airway hadn't acted quickly. We could have lost key elements.
Do you understand that my job is to protect...
Wow.
Harmonic?
Bingo.
Somebody get a TV monitor?
Along with the prime, there's another signal. Looks like a TV transmission.
It's just noise.
Trying frame 2.
Center that segment.
Centering.
I hope it's not something weird. Don't be scary, please.
Try zooming out again.
My God.
Does anybody speak German?
I declare the games in Berlin
get me the White House.
20 million people died defeating that son of a bitch. He's our first ambassador.
Simply a way of saying, hello, we heard you.
It's highly unlikely that they would understand what they were looking at.
We'll take it from here.
He won't be taking any questions from the press.
Good afternoon.
What is the story over here? I thought Ellie was supposed to be on.
We will continue to listen closely to what it has to say.
Every possible security measure is being taken. Leader of the scientific team that made this remarkable discovery, special science advisor to the president.
Jackpot. We get these encrypted pages of text.
How long will it take to decode it?
We need a primer.
We need to get the best decryption people we have.
This is a privately funded operation.
I'm going to recommend to the president that we militarize this project immediately.
David,
Ellie.
tell them how many years that I've been working
Excuse
with
me. She will continue to direct operations at the VLA.
Pretty serious religious overtones to all this.
This is yet another example of science intruding.
Imagine how disappointed they're going to turn out to be if they're Cubs fans.
Thousands of believers and non-believers here in the remote desert of New Mexico.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I saw the thing coming out of the sky. Looks like a purple people eater to me.
I feel like David Bowie should be here.
Now these scientists had their chance.
We've tried over 1 million permutations.
Oh my goodness. What a mess.
Somebody broken.
Oh my gosh.
Where?
Oh my gosh.
I'll be there.
You should feel fortunate. He hardly lands by anyone.
Who is it? This is spooky.
Dr. Arroway, I presume.
Who are you?
Mr. Haddon.
I've had my eye on you a long time, Doctor.
Full scholarship, MIT, graduated magna cum laude.
You compromised our security codes.
Once upon a time, I was a hell of an engineer.
You live here?
I've had my fill of life on the ground. I know a good bet when I see one. Earl Grey, no sugar, no milk, I believe.
Oh my gosh. He looks so familiar.
I wish to make a small contribution to the people of this little planet that have given, from whom I have taken so much.
You found the primer.
Clever girl. Over 63,000 in all.
They don't line up.
They do. If you think like a vegan, you'll see.
You'll see.
Every three-dimensional page contains a piece of the primer.
We have these basic equations. We now have the symbols for true and false.
Those look like engineering schematics, almost like blueprints.
It's instructions for building something.
A machine that does what, Doctor?
It might turn out to be some kind of
Transport.
There's no proof of that.
Could be a Trojan horse. We build it, and out pours the entire Vegan army. Right now, my job is to protect American lives, and in that regard, I am obligated to assume the worst.
This is nuts. Excuse me, miss. We know nothing of these creatures. We don't even know whether they believe in God.
If it had been religious, it should have taken on the form of a burning bush.
But a voice from the sky is exactly what you found, Dr. Arroway. I'm sorry I'm late, ma'am.
Now, I need to make one thing very clear. Our organization will not be moral.
President's waiting.
President's waiting.
See you at the reception tonight?
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't miss it. I have a big problem. Do you know where I can find, like, a really great dress?
Oh. You again. He's weird. Oh. What are you looking at? Oh. She put a lot of effort into it. I don't think she is used to that.
You look beautiful, Ellie.
So do you. I read your book. It's like you're saying that science killed God. What if science simply revealed he never existed in the first place?
I got one for you.
What do you got?
Occam's razor.
Sounds like some slasher movie.
All things being equal, the simplest explanation tends to be the right one.
An all-powerful, mysterious God decided not to give any proof of his existence.
And imagine living in a world where God didn't exist. I wouldn't want to.
How do you know you're not deluding yourself? I'd need proof.
That's a hard one.
Did you love your father?
Yes, very much.
Prove it.
Whoever's responsible, I want their head on a platter.
Uh-oh.
You were right all along.
Unmistakably a human figure inside a geometric structure.
Wow.
This is my mother's birthday
They're gonna build it.
Who gets to go?
It's your discovery. Okay, they understand that. They're also putting together a formal selection committee. Scholars, theologians, scientists, philosophers.
You're on it.
I've been asked, yes.
You're a selector and I'm a selectee, and we can't.
What you don't understand, Ellie, is...
I understand.
Good luck. He just resigned as science advisor. He wants to be the one to go.
Maybe the most expensive single project in all of human history.
10 international candidates were selected by the IMC.
On what basis do you choose to represent humanity?
Good question, Larry.
Somebody who's fluent in the language that the message was given in. Now, all it requires on our part is...
Faith?
I was going to say a sense of adventure.
Fraternizing with the enemy, selectors and selectees mingling around.
If it works, and you travel to Vega at even close to the speed of light, when you come back...
If you come back.
You'll only be 4 years older, but over 50 years would have passed you.
Oh.
And everybody that you care about will be gone, dead and buried.
Oh.
Fully understand the implications, the risks that we're taking.
Why? You're willing to die for it.
What are we doing here? Who are we? If this is the chance to find out even just a little part of that answer, I think it's worth a human life.
That makes sense. Aww.
We've all been most impressed with your candor. I believe we are ready to move on to your final statement.
Madam Chairman, I have one more question. Would you consider yourself a spiritual person?
No.
I consider myself a moral person.
Do you believe in God?
I don't believe that there's data either way.
You don't believe in God?
No, that's not what she said. She doesn't not believe.
95% of the world's population believes in a supreme being.
Dr. Arrowe?
95%.
I would hate to see everything we stand for betrayed because we chose to send a representative who did not put our most cherished beliefs first.
Wow. Speaking for everyone. Well, it's very complicated, though. You can't make everyone happy either. Well.
Our job was to select someone to speak for everybody.
Is that really why?
The other 95% of us suffer from mass delusion.
Drumlin told you exactly what you wanted to hear.
Oh, I feel bad for her.
I accept this great honor. I will do my best to represent my nation
and my
God on this historic journey.
I knew it.
I thank you.
Oh, look at him. Gosh, pandering! He's pandering! It's so sad. She didn't even say God doesn't exist. She said there's no proof either way, in her opinion. I feel like that's a very scientist-y thing to say, right?
We'll be able to monitor the stresses in effect using the robot passenger, who we lovingly call Elmer. Didn't expect to see you here. I know you must think this is all very unfair.
Because it is.
I wish the world was a place where the kind of idealism you showed at the hearing was rewarded. Unfortunately, we don't live in that world.
What a jerk.
I always believe that the world is what we make of it.
Yes.
Dr. Drummond, sir?
He's just like...
Good luck on the test.
What a turd.
We only get one shot at this. Let's get it right. Test initiation. Mechanical?
Go.
Electrical?
Go.
Safety?
Go!
Ring motion detect. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie.
That's a lot of people.
I tell you, this is very exciting from up here.
Is it?
I'm gonna take a look and show you what we got.
Be on top of the gantry crane that's over the machine.
On my mark.
All systems ready for drop sequence. I'm feeling a very strange vibration.
He sure knows he's on TV.
Back home, that's what we call an overcooked ham.
Right on.
TD week on normal. We're go.
Oh, it's that guy.
Mechanical, you still okay?
Roger, TD.
We got a security problem here.
It's that guy. It's that weird guy.
This guy, he shouldn't be there. I know him.
Ah!
Need Drummond on a secure loop, please.
Why does he make such creepy faces?
Yes, I hear.
Oh, jeez.
We've got a security breach here. Behind you, the tall guy.
That would be so scary.
He's not supposed to be there.
What do you have?
He's got something in his hand.
What do you have?
He's got a bomb.
I want that emergency response.
Ah! Oh my gosh. Oh my.
I need you to be professional, people.
Can you imagine how much money that was? And lives and people died. That's sad too. Oh my gosh, I'm glad she wasn't on there.
Advisor to 2 presidents and winner of the National Academy is laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery.
I didn't like him, but I didn't want him to die.
The leader of the terrorist group now believed responsible.
We do for the goodness of all mankind. The apocalypse to come will vindicate our faith.
Why would anyone follow this guy? The vindicated faith. He's what a weirdo. Gosh. I would be so suspicious of him. Like, whatever you're selling, I am not buying it because you are weird. Right? I was not expecting something like that. Jeez, that was horrible. All that work. What is this? Oh, what now?
One moment, please.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Mr. Head?
The low oxygen, zero gravity, only thing keeping the cancer from eating me alive.
Oh, okay. Oh gosh, that'd be so fun.
I want to show you something.
I want to show you something. Oh, he's great.
Why build one when you can have 2 twice the price? Only this one can be kept secret. They still want an American to go, Doctor. Want to take a ride?
What is this?
We have your personal recording unit. Digital microchip for thousands of hours of recording.
We're not putting anybody aboard this machine unless there is minimal protection. End of story.
Been giving these to the astronauts since the beginning of the space program.
What is this?
Something may go wrong. There may be an unforeseen mechanical failure. Mostly it's for the reasons we can't think of.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah, you just never know. You don't know. Oh, that looks cool. What are you doing here?
The reason I didn't vote for you to go, Ellie, was a good reason, but it wasn't the real one.
What'd I tell you?
Because I don't want to lose you.
Selfish! Although I get it.
Will history repeat itself? No reporters have been allowed near the site.
Good. Freaky last time. Oh, you look so cool. Dang. Okay, baby. Oh. Oh my. Hope you're not scared of heights. Or water. Or aliens. Oh, jeez. That'd be so scary. Oh gosh. Can you imagine? I hope that's comfortable. The chair too. Better be.
We're gonna proceed to button you up. Communications? Go. Life support?
Nice to smell you again, Mr. Kitts.
You too.
Door alignment looks good.
How you doing in there, Al?
Is that you?
That's a big affirmative.
Who let you in there, huh?
A higher power intervened.
I'm picking up a moderate vibration.
She's feeling the same thing they felt at the Cape at this point.
Something so...
Wow!
Ellie, you're breaking up.
The material is changing, bordering on translucence.
Oh my gosh!
You can hear me? I'm okay to go!
Are you? Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. Well, I just want to have better communication than that.
But she's there. She says she's okay to go.
Inside the core, the weather's beautiful.
I'm okay to go. Brilliant! Blue, white! I must have gone through a wormhole.
What? What?
I'm in another wormhole! Quadruple system. Oh, it's beautiful.
How much time has gone by?
This was much more violent!
Did you really have to be alone? Whoa.
Poetry.
I had no idea.
This is trippy. Oh no, what? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. No, bye! Oh jeez. Ah!
Hi, Sparks. Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you, sweetheart.
Oh, none of this is real.
That's my scientist. We thought this might make things easier for you.
Why did you contact us?
You contacted us.
And there are others?
Many others.
Travel here through that transit system that you built.
We didn't build it. We don't know who did.
All the other civilizations that you find, they come here.
Not all. You're an interesting species. You're capable of such beautiful dreams and such horrible nightmares. In all our searching, the only thing we found that makes the emptiness bearable is each other.
But other people need to see what I've seen.
This is the way it's been done for billions of years. Small moves, Ellie.
I don't know. Hang on. She is alive.
What happened? What day is this?
The IPV dropped straight through the machine. You didn't go anywhere.
Oh no.
Static.
Seriously?
Everyone who watched saw exactly the same thing. How do you explain this, Doctor?
Amid a flurry of accusations and counter-accusations, the president has ordered a special executive inquiry.
The IPV was out of contact only a fraction of a second.
Why do you think these aliens would go to all this trouble, send you home without a single shred of proof? Self-reinforcing delusion. Anyone who might have been up to the challenge? Someone with extraordinary technical expertise, eccentric enough to have come up with the idea in the first place?
Eccentric.
S.R. Haddon.
You're implying that this was all some kind of a hoax?
Are you familiar with the scientific precept, Occam's razor?
Yes.
A message from aliens results in a magical machine flew away to the center of the galaxy to windsurfing with dear old dad home without a single shred of proof.
When you word it like that.
The most elaborate, the most expensive hoax of all time.
You come to us with no evidence. Are you really going to tell us we should just take this all on faith?
What's she even supposed to say to that?
You admit that you very well may have hallucinated. Yes. And concede that this journey to the center of the galaxy never took place.
I can't. I was given something wonderful, something that changed me. How tiny and insignificant and how rare and precious we all are. We are not, that none of us are alone. That awe and humility and hope.
Wow. I saw it. It's so sad. Oh my. Oh, what do you guys want? Oh, okay. Oh, they're supportive.
Joss, what do you believe? Our goal is one and the same, the pursuit of truth. I, for one, believe her.
I assume you read the confidential findings report from the investigating committee, the one that recorded the static? The fact that it recorded static isn't what interests me.
Continue.
What interests me is that it recorded approximately 18 hours of it.
Oh.
That is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're building 45 brand new dishes. You all keep searching for your own answers. Seems like an awful waste of space.
I would have such a weird feeling sitting in a place like this. Ugh. I hate seeing how big the world is. For Carl. What? That's the end? I have questions! Oh, I wanted definitive answers, people. Come on! Okay, that was a good movie. If you're new to my channel, what I usually do is I watch the movie a couple more times, edit it, and then I come back to you as my outro, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so as usual, let's start with some awards. The award for scariest sentence goes to...
He's not supposed to be there.
People say that about me all the time. Whimsy's
not supposed to be there.
The award for best facial expression goes to the president's advisor for this.
I'm sorry I'm late, man.
She is judging Palmer so hard, but she chooses not to say anything, either because she's too professional or because she thinks he's cute. Either way, great face. Speaking of great faces, the award for best Snarl goes to, drumroll. Well, who else did you think it would go to? The award for best screenshot goes to...
You need to leave.
You need to leave.
You need...
Yikes. Award for best extra goes to Haddon's Banana. Completely stole the show for me. I would have liked it if you would have had a chicken leg up there, though. Just a levitating chicken drumstick would have tickled my pickle. Also would have liked to see a flying pickle. Also would have liked to see... You know, it's funny. The second time I watched this movie, it was completely different. I mean, that happens sometimes. Like, when I watch it again, I'm able to give it my complete attention. When I'm recording with you, sometimes there'll be other things on my mind, like, you know, is the mic turned on? Is the camera turned on? I hate when it's not. It happens more than it should. Am I talking enough? Am I talking too much? You know, I gotta think of these things. And I mean, that's part of just being a person who makes videos. Watching it again, oh my gosh, there's so many things that I don't notice, and it just feels like a completely different movie, at least in this case. But geez, is it a good-looking movie? And the music, Alan Silvestri again, I'm starting to think he doesn't know how to make bad music. I get excited when I see his name in the credits. I don't think I saw him to begin with, so I just laughed when I saw his name later in the credits. I'm like, of course. He makes such magical music. I was also able to notice the visual effects, you know, the quality of the acting. Not to mention, it's a really thought-provoking movie. I like to think. I like to have to eat. I like to... Huh? Oh, I was so confused when I saw former United States President Bill Clinton just show up in the movie. I'm like, really? They got Bill Clinton for this? Are they even allowed to do that? Is that really fair? Are you allowed to have an entire president in your movie? You know, it was really just footage of, you know, his speeches that he'd done previously, you know, on like the news and stuff. They digitally altered it so that it would make more sense in this context, you know, make it look like he's talking about space and aliens and stuff. The White House did not like that. No, they didn't. Not one bit. For a movie that so frequently refers to religion, I think the movie did a really good job in remaining, for the most part, you know, pretty neutral, not giving a stance one way or the other. At one point, they give out a statistic. 95% of the people in the entire world, you know, believe in a higher power. And it kind of made me think about it. Even when I was watching it, I'm like, really? Only 5% of people are atheist or... nothing, or I know there's other ones. Agnostic, diagnostic, I don't know. But really, the figure seems pretty low, right? I mean, it's a fictional work. It's not like they have to be correct. I went to research it anyway to see if that's, you know, if it's actually 95% of the world. And it turns out the number's probably a lot lower than that. There's probably a lot more people who, you know, haven't thought about it or don't have a religion, or, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? More than 5%, let's just say. But I thought that was very interesting. It's actually a really hard thing to try and research like this. Oh, so many different figures that I can't even bring one to you. I'm like, okay, well, no one knows. No one knows. So we'll go with 95%. It doesn't matter, I thought that was interesting. Because they're using a statistic for the whole world. But yeah, the results that I found varied about as much as you'd expect. I think Ellie represented a pretty common instinct that some of us have to, you know, hold other people to our own standards. The guy, I don't know what his name was, asks her, are we really supposed to take this all on faith? She's like, I guess so. I like how that, maybe it was really obvious and stuff, but it went full circle. Full circle. I like it. Oh, to answer my question from earlier, this movie is actually based on a book by Carl Sagan, which is why it was dedicated at the end. Carl Sagan was a scientist and astronomer, and sadly he passed away 1 year before this movie came out, but he got to see it, you know, being worked on. He got to see the progress. It was actually a long time coming. This project, from its conception, dramatically changed into the picture that we see. It changed hands so many times. It took a lot of work to get this onto the screen. You can kind of see why it would be difficult. The visual effects were really, really good, especially for the time. Let's talk about the characters. Mr. Haddon, I'm a huge fan. I love eccentric characters. I love weirdos. You know, when someone's weird in a good way. Only the good weirdos. He's great. He's hilarious. He's strange, but he's also very self-aware. When he says, you know, I'd like to make a contribution to the people who have given me so much weight that I have taken from. You know, he realizes throughout his life, he's had this privilege or whatever. He seems grateful for it. It's hard to say. And then, of course, we have David Drumlin. You know, for such a likable looking person, Tom Skerritt plays a very convincing, unlikable, really actually just super annoying and hateable antagonist for this movie. I especially like the look that he gives Ellie after, you know, she calls him out. She doesn't let him off the hook. She says, I thought the world was what, you know, we make of it. You don't have to be, you know, crappy just because most people are crappy. I don't know. I sound like a second grader when I talk like that. You know, with that expression, he's acknowledging what she said, because she's right, but at the same time, he's almost saying, yeah, but I'm still gonna go. You know? He is not going to change, but yeah, like I said, Tom Skerritt he's too likable. He just would pick at it. He was rubbing it in. I don't even know if he was doing it on purpose, but yeah, he was so rude. That being said, I did not like the way that he exploded. Okay, I didn't ask for that, especially watching it for the second time, because I noticed this. Oh, what do you think he was thinking there? I don't know, but I wish he would have been more hateable, so I wouldn't feel so sad when he does this. Then we have Kent Clark. I wish he had more lines. He was hilarious. Also, where I know him from is a show called Prison Break. That's why I was like, I know who he is. I kept recognizing people in this movie. It's kind of distracting. It's distracting. And last of all, we have the terrorist, played by Jake Busey. Great cast. I knew right away, deep down in my spine, that from the moment I first laid eyes on him, that he would be a bad guy. I don't know. I'm very intuitive like that. Very, very smart. I can read people. I'm an empath. I knew he was bad way before y'all did. No, he didn't have to be snarling the whole time, you know. Even when he was this, you know, Jared Leto, missionary, cult leader looking dude, he still looked bad. I still knew. It doesn't take a rocket scientist or a planetary scientist, that's a new term I just learned, to recognize that he's evil and terrible. You know, you'd think I was a bad guy if I walked around like this all the time, staring at you like this. I'm not making fun of his actual traits. The actor looks just fine. Trust me, he looks normal. He makes that face on purpose because he knows it's unnerving and disturbing to the general population, which is me and you. So this movie relies heavily on news channels to handle the exposition. I thought that was a really clever way to do it. Rather than the characters always going around explaining to us, the audience, what's going on, they had it be through the TV screen. Talk show hosts, professional interviews, news anchors. It's how the story moves so smoothly and realistically for us. You know, I didn't even notice it the first time around. I think that's why they had so many. Also, they had so many famous, like, news people in there. They changed a ethical... I don't even know. They changed something because of this movie. Because I guess... it wasn't considered ethical to have all these people, you know, acting, I guess, because it makes you think, I don't know. It was a problem. A lot of people didn't like all these famous people working on this work of fiction. about aliens. They didn't like it. If I were to be critical of anything about this movie, it would definitely be the long run time. Maybe my tolerance is just low for sitting and being quiet. You know, I'm not quiet when I watch it with you, but in real life, if I'm at the theater, if I'm just like watching a movie at home, I'm not talking, so I'm just sitting in silence watching for 2.5 hours. That's a long time. And you know, I totally get it why it's so hard to part with a lot of the material that you've made. And a lot of it's probably expensive, time-consuming, really good. You want to have everything in there. You don't want to edit anything out. And I get that, especially, you know, when I'm doing these videos, there's so many instances in which I feel the same way. You know, I don't want to cut lines constantly. I don't want to cut important pauses in certain movies, but I have to because I don't want to give you a video that's 55 minutes long. Oh wait, I think I'm doing that right now. But with a movie like this, I don't know, I don't mind it because it's a very good looking movie. But if I were to be critical of anything, that, and they should have made Kent and Ellie fall in love too with Matthew McConaughey's character. More love triangles. More love triangles. I know there's already way too many, but more love triangles. Can I have a 2.5 hour long movie without a love triangle? Come on, what are you doing? You probably hate them. I like them. They're interesting. Like, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? It would be Matthew McConaughey's character. It would be Palmer. He would win. Always the Edwards, never the Jacobs. One thing that bothered a lot of other people, though, was the scene where Ellie is given a cyanide pill before she goes off. NASA actually had to come out and clear things up. They said, no, we don't do that. We don't give them cyanide pills. We don't have to. All they would have to do is cut their oxygen supply. Cut out the middleman. It's not that deep, people. Because apparently it was really, really offensive. And sorry if you think it's offensive. I don't really, because, you know, what if there's, you know, super scary, terrible, worst thing ever on the planet, in the universe? Aliens. Just the worst aliens. Not like E.T. or Mac from Mac and Me. Like terrible aliens. You know? You wouldn't just want to stay living if you knew that you were good, you know? I don't think the pill was that... Anyway, I just thought of it as, you know, a pretty interesting plot device, you know, because after she's given that pill, you kind of left wondering, you know, are you going to have to use it? You know, because I didn't forget about that, because that was just very unique. I didn't even know that was like a thing. According to NASA, it's not a thing, although the author of the book Contact, Carl Sagan, when NASA came out, said, no, we don't do that. Carl Sagan was like, yeah, you do. Wow, he's just telling everyone. So we'll never know, or maybe we know now. I mean, this was back in 1997 when this movie came out. So yeah, overall, just a really solid movie. Looks good, music's good, makes me think, you know, makes me think. Ignore that. Anyway, I could go on and on and on and on. You know how I do, but I'm not going to because I just did. Patrons, I could not do this without you. Like, honestly, thank you so much. I had fun. Hope you had fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye!